Hey guys, Nabil here. If you finished Samurai Shodown and you stayed until the end of the credits, then you'll see that the game has a post-credit scene. Yes, similar to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, in all these movies where you have these little, hints at the future, a couple seconds here and there. It's exactly what happened with Samurai Shodown. So, before talking about it, let's go ahead and check it out. Now, for those of you who know Samurai Shodown and grew up with the series, you instantly know what that is, right? That's the Palinka Stone. Now, for those of you who don't know Samurai Shodown, I'll tell you about all these stones. So yeah, that's the Palinka Stone, and that's the same stone that if you finished the Tamtam or you played the Tamtam prologue or finished his story mode, is the same gem or orb that he's been searching that was stolen from his village. Now, a little bit of history or lore lesson. The Palinka Stone is one of two stones. There's two stones in the Samurai Shodown universe that have great powers. We're not talking infinity stones here, but to a certain degree they have these powerful stones. The first one is called the Palinka Stone, and that's the one they're showing here. And the second one is called the Tangiers Stone. Now, the Palinka Stone was an artifact that was created by the demon Ambrosia, and the demon Ambrosia is the same demon who actually gave power to the game's boss, Shizuka Gozen, and he's the same one who gave power to Amakusa in the first game. Now, he created these artifacts, the Palinka Stone and the Tangier Stone, and it made him powerful demon. Now, when he was banished to the demon realm thousands of years ago, he actually got separated from these stones. So he needs these two stones in order for him to be able to be resurrected and take human form again, or that physical form. Now, this gem was the Palinka Stone, is what I'm talking about, was at Tamtam's village, Green Hell. Tamtam used it to actually heal the village from sickness a few years ago, and since then they call this gem the Holy Gem. Now, it actually has the ability to, depending on the heart of the user, if the user is good, he can use its power to do good. If the user is evil, he can then use it to do evil things, which is the case when Amakusa Shiro Tokisada, the boss of the first game and one of the big bosses of Samurai Shodown, stole the Palinka Stone and used it to destroy some of the shogunate castles and defame them, etc. Now here, because this Samurai Shodown is a prequel to the original, the fact that they're showing that stone, they're hinting at the future, and they're hinting at Samurai Shodown 1. Now this means two things, or this means three possible scenarios. The first scenario means that Amakusa is coming to the game as a DLC down the line, right? The second one, which is the one I think about, it's more likely, is that the next game of the Samurai Shodown series, and yes, we're getting a sequel because this one is doing really great beyond everyone's expectations, including SNK. The next one will probably be a reboot, a proper reboot of the first game, and retell the first game with the new graphics and story modes and whatnot. And that's what they're hinting at, that Amakusa is coming with his powerful Palinka Stone. The third scenario, which I hope it's not the case, it's just they're telling us that, hey, yeah, we're hinting at Samurai Shodown 1, but it's already released, you already played it before, so we're not gonna bother with that. But Amakusa is quite demanded character, if you will, and has a huge following. And since he's the main, boss of the franchise and the main boss of the first game, I'm pretty sure we're gonna see Amakusa either as a DLC or as the boss of the next game. Now, if you want to know more about Amakusa, I suggest you check the first episode of my series Samurai Shodown Bushido Tales, where I go through the history and the actual story and lore of some of the characters. And the first episode was dedicated to Amakusa because he's such a great character with a lot of story, a lot of drama, and it's just a beautiful story that Amakusa has, and he was based on a true story, by the way. The other stone, so I talked about two stones. The other stone is called the Tangier Stone, and that's the stone that was used by Mizuki in Samurai Shodown 2. It's a very powerful stone, but it lost its power when it's basically its powers got sealed when Ambrosia the demon was banished to the Netherrealm. So yeah, I'm not gonna go too much into Tangier Stone. It gets a little bit confusing. We'll definitely do that in another Bushido Tales episode. But yeah, just wanted to explain especially for newcomers to the series, what's the meaning of that post-credit scene. So yes, it's Amakusa. He has the Palenque Stone, and he's gonna wreak havoc. Whether that's gonna be as a DLC down the line or as the sequel for Samurai Shodown, which will probably retell the first game and maybe the third game, we'll see. That's pretty much it. I hope you guys liked this video. It's a quick one. Again, Battle Floor would not hurt anyone. Now, please subscribe if you have not done so. If you want to help the channel, you want to be part of the channel, you can become a patron through Patreon, link in the description below, or you can help us by a donation through PayPal. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until next time, thank you for watching.